Hello, Magi here, and today we're going to be back with the Touhou popularity vote contest. So if you recall, was it last year? Yeah, it should be last year since this is January 2017. So last year I covered the 12th popularity contest on like how to vote and results, right? So like always, I will show you guys how to vote in case you guys are new to this, so that way you can guys make an easier transition for you guys, okay? So just to note, this website is primarily Japanese. So the only reason it's in English right now is because I have it translated from Google Chrome. So if you show original, yeah, it looks like this, right? So you're gonna have a hard time. So the best way I dealt with this is using Google Chrome. They have a translate page, so it works like that. Now I don't know if other browsers like Firefox or whatever has the same functionality. So if your browser does have it, use it to your advantage because it helps a lot. Because unless you can read this, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with it. So just to get it started, so you want to go to the big red button as it'll help you out a lot. And just to note, this starts from January 15th, 2017 to 21st of January. So we have a lot of time. I think I just recorded it as soon as it started, so I'm pretty good on that. So that way you guys have a lot of time to vote as well. So go to the vote page. Now it'll give you these links, right? If you have it in the translated section, you're going to go to the first one as it says the important one. It allows you to vote, which you need to do. So here, the first part is you need to fill out your email, right? So you type in whatever email you have, and then at the bottom section, you just type it out, right? Or just ask you whatever, right? So let's just put a dummy one, right? Because you have to verify, so just put a dummy one, right? At hotmail.com. Now next one, you don't fill the second bar. It doesn't matter what you put in there. I just don't know what you put in there. So you fill whatever. This one there, DDUGZS, right? So you do that. And then it'll give you the email has been sent, right? Obviously that was a dummy one. So yeah. So whatever email you put there, you want to go there. After that, you want to go to your whatever email you use. I use Hotmail, so I went there and then I checked on junk mail. Do know it was in the junk mail section. So for other email programs, I do not know if it'll be in junk or the inbox. So just check whatever, and it'll have like Japanese text. It'll give you your voter ID. Your voter ID is really important as you need that to need it to vote for obvious reasons. So because it's not a bot or whatever. So then after that, the second section, you don't really need to do it because I just ignored that one. Now that you have 5 sections to work on, you have your humanoid, which means just voting your character you want. Music department, so obviously you just vote on what music you think was the best. Work session, so work session can be like the games, Printworks, whatever like that. This is the newest one right now, best partner division, meaning it's pretty much a pairing thing. So the last year and the year before when I covered it, they did not have this best partner division, so this is a very new thing. So I'll show you guys what it is later, and voter questionnaire, which I did not do. But yeah, the main thing I did was the human popularity, or like the characters, the music, and the parents, right? So let's go to the humans, right? So first, right off the bat, it has you required to do the voter ID, right? So you put your voter ID, and then you're good to go from there, okay? Your name is optional as well, since Magi, I just put it in there, so you're good to go there. Let's see. After that, it tells you right here. So you can vote up to 7 characters at once, right? And then the first one is important as the first vote. You're just assumingly your favorite character will have 2 points. So do make their first vote very important, as that will give that character 2 points. You want to make that very clear. I want to make that very clear. The other 2 to 7 does not matter in terms of if you put a character here as compared to here, they'll still get only 1 point. It's just the first place that is the only important one to note, okay? So then after that, if you're using the Google Translate, right? This is what you get. You get all the list here. It goes from everywhere. I believe it's in order. So you got your 2 main characters. You got EOSD, then PCB. Then after that, it is imperishable. 7.5. Maybe why Suika's there, because I think this is based on when the games were first released. Don't know what that is. Then after that, we have Phantasmagoria. We have what you call it again, Mountain of Faith, Scarlet Weather. We got Subterranean or whatnot. So you go down from there, okay? So you just work around there. You pick your character-ish, because remember, this is not in the best translate. So you got Great Fairy, which is Daiose. Then you got Sakyuza, nice, which is unfortunate because it's not Sakya. Disappointed, man. Disappointed on that, right? So obviously you're gonna have to, if you're using the Google Translate, you're gonna have to jump around with the weird names like Soul and Dreams is Yomu, You just kind of base around because like, you know, Letty, Chen, because Chen is orange, Alice, so you just base around that. Like even if you're confused, if you can just infer from the name and then work your way down from the boss levels, like the rankings, you know what I mean? So the first boss, second boss, third boss, fourth mid boss, and the four bosses here, all stage 4 bosses, fifth boss, sixth boss, you can go from there. Then you have a better time working with it if their characters do not work well, right? Naming, right? And then after that, at the bottom section here, you have more obscure ones. This is for more of the Printworks. Printworks. Usually, this is usually supposed to be a Printworks characters, right? So you got like Renko is Emerable. So you got those, and then you know you have the PC98 characters as well. So if you want to go for the PC98, you can do so here. So this since the top section is mostly based on Windows, the bottom is Windows 97, 98. So PC98, there you go. So you work on that. And as always, you just vote and then you get to go. Once you do that, you send. It'll ask you a confirmation if this is what you want. You can go back and just recorrect it if you found anything wrong with it. If not, then you send it and you're good to go. Now let's go to the music section. Like I said, the characters is 7. The music section is 10, alright? So for the music section, it's the same rules. You gotta put your voter ID, you put your name option, again that's optional, you don't have to. And then again, same rules apply. You wanna put one, you wanna put the first one as your favorite, so that would get 2 points if you wanna see it high on the rankings. And then after that, again, you just pick whatever, and the bar, I don't think I mentioned this, is just like your comments, I believe. You just put whatever comments you want if you want to. I didn't put it in it just because, yeah, I don't know, I highly doubt they're gonna be reading the English part of it. So yeah, good to go. So after you've done that, you vote and you send it again. So let's go to the work session just so you guys can see it. Work section. So voter ID, and then you pick whatever work you want. So which one you prefer, you think was the best, I think. And then you have, let's see, you have the Windows game, you have the shooter games, right? Then you have, I think, the fighting games here, or maybe. And then you have maybe this, I believe these are the CD works. You could be wrong. And then Printworks here. So you pick your favorite works and you do that. Same rules apply. The first one will give it 2 points. Let's see, the next one, it will be best partner division. So this is a very new one, right? So this is only 5. You need to do your voter ID, your name again, like always. Oh, no, the name is optional as always. And then your voter ID, after the voter, your vote 1 is the important one again because it gives you 2 points. Now this is new. All you need to do is pick 2 characters. So let's say whatever you want. It doesn't matter which order they are, like top or bottom, doesn't matter because they still count as, you know, the points towards the pairing. And as always, 2 to 5 will not matter because there will still be single points. It's just the first one that you really need to worry about, right? So you do that, you send it in, and then you get your results. Make sure you confirm it, and you're good to go. After that, you get the voter questionnaire. You just write down whatever. I didn't bother doing it, but yeah. So you can just do that if you want to. And then that's basically how to vote for it. So just to recap, you go to beginning, right? You go to, I'll put the link in the description below. So you click on that link. You will need to click on the big red bar. After that, you go to the first link, issue a voting ID, put your email on the first bar. Do not worry about the second bar. You put in whatever the caption code is for this. You go to the email. As on Hotmail, it was on junk mail. So I do not know if Google or whatever email program, like, you know, thing, will have it on junk mail. So just make sure to check the junk mail or whatever, right? Once you do that, you get your voter ID, you post it down there, and then you're good to go. It'll be like a combination of letters and words, I believe. So just no, letters and numbers. I believe that's what it was. So after that, you're done with that. Let's say go to vote. You know, once you're done with that, right, then you can just pick whatever category you want and you start voting there. But yeah, that's about it. And remember, and oh yeah, just recap. Voter ID is important. You need to do that. Name, don't worry if you don't want to. First vote will always give 2 points to whatever it is, from both the characters to music and the partners and whatnot, right? So do keep that in mind because you want to make sure if you want that number 1 to be on the highest possible, make sure you give it 2 points because that will add up a lot. Now, after you've done that, then you're good to go. Then this is up to Saturday, and like always, I will be covering the 1.1 because that's what I always do. That way you guys can see, in case you guys didn't want to vote on this and just want to see the results, right? I'll cover that just so you guys can see it. The last contest wasn't anything too drastic because what was it? Reimu won that one, and then it was just going down. The biggest change for the 12th popular contest was that Sagumi was 14th, which is pretty big because that was the first time the legacy characters got into voting, so that was pretty big. My prediction back then was Clown Piece was pretty high. She was. I think she was 26, but then I wasn't speculating that other people would enjoy it. So obviously, there's a lot more to vote. A lot more people have different opinions on characters. Now, do I have an opinion on what could change in this? Not really. Now, with the whole announcement of Academy, we don't, it might give hype to certain characters. Maybe people might vote for their favorite characters even more just so maybe it might encourage them to be in the game. But again, that's just speculation. Now, if this was done after Academy, then obviously the Academy characters would get a lot more boost into their popularity. Just like Koishi, and you guys don't know, back in the 11th popularity contest, Koishi got number 1. And that was the first time in any popularity contest where Reimu got annihilated in terms of vote. Not annihilated, but you know, she was not number 1. So obviously it was a big upset in terms of the contest, and it was pretty big. So in my opinion, do you think it's gonna happen? No. Again, the reason Koishi won because Urban Legend and Limbo helped a lot. In my opinion, it helped a lot because 1, she was a playable character again. 2, she got a pretty good soundtrack, and 3, her Urban Legend, right, like her thing, mythos behind it was really good. Like the whole phone and knife, it was really good. People enjoyed it, and it was like I saw so many pictures on that, so it was pretty big on that. And the fact that she won was pretty intense as well. Again, I think another contributing factor to Koishi winning is because people were getting tired of Reimu, and I understand it because when you see the same character being on top over and over again, it can get kind of stale. So maybe that's why people wanted to do that. But again, that's just my speculations on that. So we do not know who's gonna win. But I get the feeling Reimu is, because there's nothing that's changed significantly in terms of the canon works. Because I know the print work is still going strong, but I don't think like anyone like Kozuzu or Kaizen we're gonna get a big boost into that type of voting, right? And like I said, no games yet. The next contest, whenever it happens, and if Antennemy gets released, and the next game, because in case you didn't know, Zunse is making another game alongside Antennemy, so we don't know if it's going to be 16 or it's going to be a different spin-off game as well. So whenever he releases those games, again, those characters in those games will get the popularity boost if they're old returning veterans or new characters. So we're going to keep that in mind. For again, my opinion, it's going to be like a usual contest, Reimu on top, and whatever popular characters beforehand will stand out. But again, anything can change with that. Hell, who knows? Maybe Reimu loses this one, and I wasn't prepared for that. But yeah, that's everything I need to mention to you about the voting. So hopefully you guys have an easy time voting. Just note, if you guys are gonna go check stuff that's not based on the windows, you can have a hard time finding them, because I have some characters who are not based on the windows, who are print work, whatever, and it was hard to find them, right? So just keep that in mind. And some names are not going to be easy to find, because some, again, with the translation, it's the best, like Flame Cat Phosphorus. Can you give a guess? It's already, okay? So like the names are wacky. Wait, is that already? Yeah, it should be Kisame, Yamame, Kisame, Parsi, Yugi, Satori. My god, I think it's Satori, because the name's so off right there. I mean, Koishi's there, but you know what I mean, right? There's Oren, Oku, and then that. So just a note, man, just have it can be tricky just to vote the characters you want. So I do wish you guys luck on that, and hopefully you guys have a fun time doing with the contest. But yeah, like always, this is Magi. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to vote. I hope you guys have a fun time voting. I'll see you guys in the next video.